Tonight, the secretive process of picking a new pope has entered its second day. So far, only black smoke from the Sistine Chapel, the 133 cardinals just moments away from the next round of voting.
Thousands have gathered, waiting in a crowded St. Peter's Square. Reacting to black plumes, confirming a new pope had not yet been decided.
We were not surprised by the black smoke.
I feel a bit disappointed, but I would be very surprised if it would be white.
I'll be back tomorrow to see the smoke again, and hopefully we see who's the new papa.
For the second day of the conclave, the cardinals have come together in the Sistine Chapel to vote as many as 4 times a day, and they'll continue to meet day in and day out until a candidate receives a 2/3 majority plus 1.
Now it is sort of distilled down to these electors, these 133 cardinals who are eligible to vote. They will process. This is also an election, and so they are very much aware of their responsibility going into this.
I think it may be Friday. The last conclave, the first full day, at the end of that, it was over. I think over the last 100 years, the average has been about 7 ballots.
For millions around the world, it's not about when, but who.
I do feel like there should be, if not an Asian, then definitely a person of color.
We are expecting our cardinal from the Philippines.
For now, the world waits.
We're just so divided as a world, so it would be nice to just help someone with love, a lot of love.
We are live from the lands of the cooler nation. Joining us once more from Rome is Vatican correspondent Colm Flynn. Colm, good to see you again. The black smoke was almost 2 hours late yesterday. What happened?
Yeah, Waleed, it was a nerve-wracking, intense experience because there we were standing at 7 p.m. local time here in Rome among the 45,000 people in front of St. Peter's Square. And we were told between 7 and 7:30 we would see smoke within that half hour, black or white. So you can imagine, working in television, we all went on air. Myself and my colleagues were talking nonstop for 2 hours because we couldn't cut to commercial, we couldn't go to a VT because we were afraid we'd miss the moment. It should never have been that late. Something went wrong yesterday in the Sistine Chapel, and we won't know what happened until after the conclave. A few theories is that some of the selected cardinals who were able to make 15-minute speeches went way over their allotted time slots. Maybe there was a mechanical error with the stove. There could have been a medical emergency with one of the cardinals. It should never have taken 2 hours, but it did. Around 9 p.m. we saw the black smoke, which means we wait until today. Right now, they have been voting this morning, and we're expecting to have a result of that in the next 20 minutes or so.
And Colm, what result could that be? Are we expecting more black smoke?
Well, Georgie, I think we're going to see more black smoke. But the interesting thing is actually the morning ballot they don't release any smoke if it's black. Midday, they will release black or smoke. The afternoon one, they will only release white if it is white. And then in the evening, it's back to black and white. It's a complicated system. But we're expecting that this could stretch until the evening and possibly, as you heard Bishop Barron say there in your VT, it could even go into tomorrow morning, Friday morning.
Colm, who are the front runners, and are there any insiders who are leaking information about how things are going on in there?
Susie, it's if I had the answer, I'd be a very wealthy man. I'd be down at the bookies putting on money. And I think I was saying to you yesterday that already something like $14 million has been put down on bets. On your screen now, you can see some of the people who are being said to be the front runners, mainly Italians. In fact, there's 3 Peters in this. There's Pietro Parolin, who is Peter Parolin. He is the second in command, the Secretary of State. You have Peter Turkson. He is from Ghana. He's seen as a more traditional conservative candidate coming from Africa. You have Peter Erdo, again, a traditional conservative card coming from Budapest in Hungary. But Tagle, who I saw mentioned in that piece as well, he comes from Manila in the Philippines. And just think about it. Manila has such a huge amount of Catholics, as do countries in the continent of Africa, across Asia. So a lot of people are saying, you know what? To be truly representative of the global Catholic Church in terms of people who are practicing their faith today, it should be an African Pope or someone from Asia. Whether that will happen now, maybe it could be in future conclaves. We'll have to wait and see.
It would be a remarkable result. Hey, Colm, I know this is not the most important thing, but I've always wondered, what do they burn that makes the smoke either black or white?
Wally, what is this, a chemistry test?
Yeah.
You're asking me the chemicals? Well, you know what? They have these cartridges that they put into the stove, and they've made the system more electronic because in the past, Wally, they had a problem where they didn't put the right amount of chemicals in. And in 1958 and 1978, people were standing in the square looking at greyish smoke. And some people were saying, we have a new pope, and the people beside them were saying no, and it was total chaos and confusion. But if you want to know, and I'll quiz you on this at the end, so you better be listening.
Right.
For the white smoke, it's a mix of potassium, chlorate, lactose, and resin. And for the black smoke, it's potassium perchlorate, sulfur, and another chemical that I can't pronounce. So that's it.
Yeah, chlorate and perchlorate. It's a very important difference, Colm. I'm all over it. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys.